Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Dead Cat Puppet Show. We have news, special guests, entertainment for you today. First of all, I'd like to start out by Lindsey Lohan is going to be one of our guests tonight on the show, and I would like to thank her for the lovely 24-carat necklace that she gave me. She's a big fan of the Dead Cat Puppet Show. She watches it every episode we create, and she made for me this beautiful necklace. Thank you, Lindsey. Thank you. We're going to interview you here in a minute on the show. Our next guest tonight on the Dead Cat Puppet Show is going to be none other than Bill O'Reilly. Now, I know he doesn't like to appear very often on other people's shows, but we have him tonight on the Dead Cat Puppet Show. Okay, before we get to our guests, let's have a little bit of news. Well, we find out that the Toyota recall is happening. They've recalled over 20 million cars. Now, it appears that Toyota is guilty of stealing technology from NASA. Now, I think it was a heat sensor in the motor that went bad. And so those 20 million cars that aren't running right and that are from the factory in Toyota, you can thank NASA for that one. Next in the news is felony charges for Lindsey Lohan. She has been accused of grand thieving. We're going to talk to her about that here in a minute. Actually, let's just talk to her now. Lindsey, is it true that you've been shoplifting necklaces and other items from the stores? Is that where you got me my necklace? Well, actually, me and Brittany have been getting into a lot of trouble lately. I went to the Betty Ford Clinic and I came out clean of my addiction, and then I just started shoplifting. I've been down on the dumps. I haven't been making very many movies. No directors really want me. I'm like a problem child that's grown up into an adult that has problems too. Shoplifting, well, it was really not my fault. It was really Brittany's fault, because she's the one that suggested we go into that store in Venice, and she stole a necklace too, and it was worth way more than mine. Now, don't you worry, Guadalupe. That necklace that I got for you, it's not stolen. Well, that's okay. We might take it off after the show if it's not real, but thank you anyway, Lindsey. I'm sorry you're having problems. I think you'll get over them. Now, next on our show is Bill O'Reilly. Now, Bill has been accused of insulting the president on the Fox Sports interview before the Super Bowl. Now, let's have a couple words with Bill. Bill, is it true that you insulted the president? Well, of course I insulted the president. What are you thinking? I insult everybody. The president is not immune from my insults either. And you know what? They don't have a vaccine for people that insult other people, because if they did, I wouldn't take it anyway. And you know, what I really want to figure out is, why in the world was Barack Obama, who's pushing a national health care system, why was he seen eating hamburgers, pork chops, drinking beer, and smoking cigarettes during the Super Bowl? Is this the national figure for our national health care reform? A man who invites people to the White House and eats hamburgers, pork chops, drinks beer, and smokes cigarettes. Come on, Guadalupe. What is next? What is next? National health care with free tobacco for all the people that want to smoke? My goodness. Well, thank you, Bill. You're always enlightening to have on the show. We appreciate your opinion. What do you think about Lindsey's shoplifting problem? Well, I got to admit, I've gone into a store every once in a while and taken something that didn't belong to me. I figure, I feel like I'm entitled. And I think she feels kind of that way too, like she's entitled. Like when she goes into a store, she should be able to walk out with whatever she wants. I can say whatever I want, and I should be able to do whatever I want. Are you joking? I'm Bill O'Reilly. This isn't my show, but I can make it my show really quick. I'll just take over and kick that little chihuahua in the butt and start my own dead cat puppet show right here, right now. Bill, yeah, we took care of that guy real quick. We don't need no Bill O'Reilly's on the show. Bill, this is the last time you will ever appear on the Dead Cat Puppet Show. You're not going to interrupt me. Get out of here. Now, it appears in international news that Google and Facebook are spawning riots all over the Middle East and the rest of the world. Who would have thought that Facebook could start riots? We at the Dead Pat Puppet Show thought that people just sat around and watched Facebook just to entertain themselves and did stupid little messages back and forth and kept up with each other's lives. But it is being used as an outlet of sedition and conspiracy, just like Google is. Who would have thought? Now, I use Facebook. You can look me up on Facebook. I'm on there. I use Facebook, but I don't use it as a tool to get people all riled up. Did you see recently that Saudi Arabia is going into riots too? Uh-oh, I bet they've been watching their Facebook. I bet they've been Googling. Huh? You see that? What's next? What's next? Riots in Switzerland because Julian Assange can't get out of jail? Maybe they should start. He's an internet guru, just like that other guy, the Gonim guy. Come on, Julian, buck up, man. Get a couple horses and run, dude. What are you doing in the Swiss prison? They got you, but they released Gonim? How come they don't care about you, Julian? How come nobody cares about you? Huh. Well, celebrities, Saudi Arabia, felony charges for Lindsey. Freedom Square is still full of people. The masses are getting larger, over 250,000 people there. Toyota recall because they stole NASA technology. Teach them to steal from NASA, huh? Bill O'Reilly, never on my show again. Thank you for watching another episode of the Dead Cat Puppet Show.